First and foremost, let me start with Ghanshyam Tiwari. Ghanshyam Tiwari, today a very, very significant meeting that has taken place. But the question still remains, there is suspense over seat sharing, there is suspense over who the convener will be. Two very crucial aspects if this alliance has to work.
Good evening, Madhav, to you, my fellow panelists and the viewers. The greatest suspense is the suspension of democracy in India. That we have a Prime Minister who has the lowest and the worst track record of all Prime Ministers in attending Parliament, responding to questions in Parliament or speaking in Parliament. We have a Home Minister who's afraid to take responsibility of the Parliament attack that happened, and we have a situation where youth of the country have to step into the Parliament well so that the Prime Minister can speak on unemployment. We knew that the Prime Minister was afraid of going to Manipur, but we did not know that he's become afraid of speaking in Parliament, and the Home Minister has caught on the same fear. As far as the opposition is concerned, the India alliance shows that one, there is going to be a Prime Minister face, two, that the alliance is intact, notwithstanding the victory of BJP in 3 states, and three, that every time BJP suspends any member of Parliament, the voice of India grows stronger. The voice of these 147. कितना है आरपी सिंह जी, आपने कितने लोगों को सस्पेंड किया है? 100, 200, 300. Okay, I can tell you one thing, Madhav. They have suspended more MPs than the number of MPs BJP has with criminal track record in the current Parliament. Viduri sits there. That Braj Bhushan Singh sits there and members of Parliament are suspended is a hall of shame that BJP has registered in the history of India.
The issue of criminals in politics, because I think that's an issue that all political parties have to account for, including the Samajwadi Party for that matter. But let me start first and foremost with the issue of suspension of MPs. You're sort of damaging democracy or throttling the voice of the opposition is the charge that they are repeatedly making. Tomorrow Congress has its protests across the country, and this is an issue on which they're going to go to the people. This is what they're saying. Please respond.
Well, there is a specific place for every event. Now we are here for a debate. There is a place for name as Jantar Mantar, for protests, for rallies. Parliament is not for Jantar Mantar, taking Jantar Mantar to Parliament. If they take Jantar Mantar to Parliament, then this is bound to happen. I mean, you can't hold placards, although all members of Parliament put together decided that they will not hold placards, they will not display placards, they will not go to the podium of the chairman. I mean, this is happening for the first time. Right. And going to the podium and disturbing the chairman and showing the placard, this was decided this won't happen. And so there's a protocol of the Parliament. There are rules and regulations of Parliament. So Parliament has to be governed by rules and regulations. If you have to do all this, go to Jantar Mantar. Who's stopping you from going to Jantar Mantar?
Not just that. The chairman of the Rajya Sabha saying, Ghanshyam, that he was extremely hurt that his community, etc., have been insulted, that he comes from a farmer's background. All of that is really something that is unbecoming of Mr. Kalyan Banerjee, who was seen mocking the Vice President. Well, what would you say about
it? It is time Vice President shows spine. You have to earn the respect. You have a constitutional authority. The chair gives you that power. But earn the respect of people. The more you lose it, the more the members of Parliament have a responsibility to tell the people that you are mimicking democracy. So mimicking you is in a way commending the democracy. People want Mr. Dhankar to show some spine that he did not show as governor, as vice president. When he starts talking about Modi ji as Yug Purush and Mahapurush and all that, shows that he is just too desperate to earn Prime Minister's approval at the cost of democracy of India and people of India.
But what they are saying is that the members of Parliament will come and go. Respect for the chair has to be there in democratic system.
The Parliament will go away. We have 2 parliaments, both shunted out. They are passing bills, important bills for the country without discussing. I'll say just one couplet, that बर्बाद लोकतंत्र करने को सिर्फ एक मोदी शाह काफी है. अब हर शाख पर, हर चेयर पे मोदी शाह बैठे हैं. अंजामे हिंदुस्तान क्या होगा?
नहीं, जब ये शायरी से बोल रहे हैं तो आई विल ऑल्सो स्टार्ट विद इट. यही गलती करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी, आईना साफ करता रहा. धूल इनके चेहरे पे है. दिस इज नो वे टू फंक्शन इन अ पार्लियामेंट. यू कैनॉट बी अ लंपन. Plain and simple. In May 2023, Madhav, there was a bulletin by the consensus of all the members that there will be no placards inside the house. But they continue to carry. And he's talked about the Vice President showing spine. He has shown spine. He has implemented the rule. He has sent this message loud and clear that if you are going to throw the rule book, if you are going to behave like a lumpen, he is going to suspend you. And this is what the people want. We have not spent, taxpayers' money has not gone to see Parliament become a hoodlum ground. There are rules and regulations, otherwise there's no difference between these and the anarchists who stormed into the Parliament. And what my friend Ghanshyam ji said was a very dangerous statement. He said today the youth have to enter the Parliament to ask questions about unemployment. Is he like Rahul Gandhi rationalizing what has just happened in the parliament? And just so he knows, unemployment is at a record low of 3.2% as per the periodic labor survey. And cannot rationalize this kind of behavior by saying just because they are unemployed they'll have to enter the parliament to ask questions. Sorry, this cannot happen. Nothing can justify this kind of behavior.
1 in 2 educated youth in India is unemployed.
So are you justifying this behavior?
Mr. Tomar's son has videos asking hundreds of crores.
So are you justifying this behavior? No, this is Naxal behavior. Madhav, this is Naxal.
Give me a second.
Nobody is justifying that
MPhil,
behavior.
B.Ed, unemployed. Urban Naxal unemployed.
So today,
Absolutely.
you are a graduate, you are
unemployed.
So are you, Shamji, are you justifying this?
saying that if you are a graduate in India and unemployed, you are an urban Naxal.
And Shamji, are you justifying entering the parliament like this?
Is the UAPA charges have been slapped, Nikhil Jain. Surely, members of parliament are raising issues of concern on the one hand. On the other hand, you can't justify this action either.
Yes.
Because there are serious cases that have been filed, serious charges. You're a lawyer. You know the gravity of UAPA charges once they are filed.
Of course. So, see, when Rahul Gandhi says that these youth were protesting against unemployment, he's not trying to justify their behavior. What they did in the parliament, jumping on the MPs, no, not at all, not at all. Madhav, any act of anarchism or terrorism, as the BJP would call it, has two things: the people and the cause. So far as the people are concerned, the 4 people have been accused. The person who got them entry into the parliament, BJP MP Pratap Simha, nothing has happened to him, and the cause is unemployment. Karan very astutely pointed out that the country has a record low of unemployment at 3.2%. Correct. But in the past 4 years, this government has been in power for the past 9 years. Of those 4 years, 2 years COVID took it away. So don't say it's a record low. Say it's a record low within this government, which is a horrible thing to say, because this government has
3.2 is still a modest number. 3.2%.
This government has completely
even by other government standards, 3.2% is not alarming.
The statement is concerned that they are BA, M.Ed, and MPhil and this and that. Despite that, they are unable to get unemployment. That is why they are urban Naxals. Sir, that is the problem. That in this country,
Exactly.
for the post of a chaprasi, sir. In this country, even PhD graduates, even people holding a PhD degree are today applying for jobs of a chaprasi. That is where your government has brought this country to. This Prime Minister was elected because he told the people of the country that I am going to give you 2 crore jobs a year. And when he is held to account for that, he said, पकोड़ा तलना भी रोजगार है. एक वकील निकल रहा है तो वो 4 रोची रख रहा होगा. All bogus, no actual data on unemployment. The government of India captured unemployment data.